Hello, guys. I am back, and I hope you are liking our time together tonight or today, whenever you're watching this, and going over some of the concept art and kind of explaining some of the game to you. So we are going to look at now one of the most awesome monsters in the game. This is another champion monsters, and this has never been shown before. This was the original concept for the succubus, a level 3 champion monster in the game. And this incredible sketch was done by the very talented and creative Freddie Lopez. And way early on, when we were starting to put the game together, and I was getting all my ideas out to these artists and what we had to create, I said to Freddie, "Okay, we need a succubus." And I don't know if he had something like this already in his back pocket or whatever, but he sent this my way, and I was like, "Holy crap, this is really awesome." However, I wanted to keep everything the same, but I thought that the face had to be a little more different, a little more evil or something. So that was the original sketch for the succubus in the game. And I'll zoom in real quick before we... There you go. Maybe not too much zoomed in. But you'll see at the end here, the final one looks a lot like this. So let's go into one of the first... Okay, so there was almost, kind of coming together. And Freddie put that face on her, and it's good, but just, we weren't really feeling that, it's like, it's very good, of course, but we were looking for something a little more evil. So Freddie went again at it and kind of did this on it. Still good, but we wanted something a little more, evil. She has this alluring look to her, and we wanted something that fit, what a succubus is. And wow, did he bring it home with that. Check that out. That is incredibly close to the final succubus, and I do of course have pictures of that for you. But it was a little bit dark here in the eyes, and Freddie went through and he lightened it up a bit, or made it, he added some red. See what? And that right there was the final look of the succubus, and we're gonna look at some monster cards. So very awesome. Freddie Lopez is just, I have to say that, and he's agreed with it. Me and him had really good chemistry with stuff. I would just give him some ideas. I said, "Here, put your spin on it." He would do it, and really, it was just, he really gave this game an identity with his amazing art. And Freddie, I love you. Thank you. I mean, I know everyone just adores your art, and it is so perfect for Dungeon Crusade. So let's look at the final monster card. Again, I blurred this out. So there she is. And then, you know what? I should have mentioned this back here too. Notice the dungeon backgrounds here. I was very passionate about having dungeon backgrounds for all these monsters. So a very awesome artist I got with named Tom Feldman, he created all these different backgrounds. And in case you don't know this, like all of this stuff is layers. There's like different layers when you put all these cards together. Yet another thing that took, a while with this game. So what I did was, I was in charge of putting all of the text and all of the stuff together for monster cards. So I had to carefully align everything up to make sure it was in proportion. So, I would put the background on here, then I'd put the succubus on here on the card and scale it so everything looked good. But I think that's a really good looking monster card that came out. It just looks awesome. So Freddie, incredible work. So we could see Origins is the Temple of Evil. Let's shoot back over to Avalon. And the Temple of Evil is right north of Witherbrook. And there is her origin right here. Temple of Evil. And so I will I'm not going to give you spoilers. But this will tell you how a succubus comes to be about, how they're created. And it's not that heavy. It has a rating of PG-13. But you can read it when you get the game of how these came about in the land of Avalon. So we'll shoot over here to the remember, this is silver. Remember the silver star? There's a silver star normal version, gold star elite. And this is a very nasty special ability, Fatal Charm. And I'll give you a little hint. Before you combat this monster, your heroes are going to have to do a willpower test. And I'll just say you definitely want to pass that willpower test. You don't want the succubus to have, put the fatal charm on a hero. It's not good. Again, so we could see on our loot and gold roll, as we learned, you could, she'll drop a piece of loot on a 16 plus, and she'll drop 200 gold on a 10 plus on that single roll of a d20. Again, another demonic monster. She's worth 2 life force, and she has 5 health. Looking at her warfare traits, she's very strong in mythical warfare, so you definitely want your rogue in on this. She's kind of good with spiritual warfare, and she excels at chaos warfare. So that's when you would definitely want your barbarian, Maheliak, in on this. So like, really a perfect combination would be your rogue, cleric, and barbarian. They could put some serious damage on the succubus. And hopefully they have a high willpower, because it's not good what happens if the fatal charm hits. Okay, guys, I'm going to load up a few more for you. Please, again, let me know how you're liking this. Looking at the concept art and hanging out with me and teaching you the game. So let me load up a few more, and I will see you in a few.